I'm Shae Russell from mining.com.au, and I'm coming to you once again from the New World Metals Conference here in Melbourne, brought to you by Vertical Events. Sitting next to me is the Managing Director for Charge Up Metals, Aidan Platel. Aidan, great to meet you. How are you?
Very good. Very nice to meet you, and thanks for having me.
Thrilled to have you on. You've got some incredibly exciting things happening for Charger right now. But before we get to why lithium will be bouncing back, let's talk about where your projects are and what you've got going on.
Okay. Well, first of all, we've got two very highly prospective projects. We've got our Lake Johnston Lithium project in Western Australia, bang in the Lake Johnston Greenstone Belt, surrounded by 10 of the larger JORC compliant resources in Australia, in the Yilgarn, and we're 70 k's from the biggest one in Earl Grey. So really fantastic prospectivity, but we've also got the rail, the road, the plant, all of that mining infrastructure around us at Lake Johnston. We've also got Bynoe Lithium project in the Northern Territory, and again, an hour's drive from Darwin, great location, surrounded by Core Lithium's Finniss project. They've also got some little carve-outs of our tenements, so it's very much in that same prospective belt as Finniss. And on both projects, we've got proven lithium already. We've intersected spodumene in our drilling and many targets that we haven't drilled yet.
Well, speaking of many targets you haven't drilled yet, what phase of exploration are you at right now?
So we're very early on both. At Lake Johnston, we have Metcalf, which is our most advanced. It's a 1,400 metre long soil anomaly, outcropping pegmatites, which we can see the spodumene in, very high grade. We've drilled 41 holes into Metcalf, RC holes last year, and then several diamond holes, deeper diamond holes this year, all of them intersecting significant widths of very high grade lithium in spodumene. Now that's still open at depth and along strike, so we're certainly looking at extensional drilling there and growing that. Just west of Metcalf, we've got Metcalf West. How clever. Which again, we've got a 1.2 kilometre trend of outcropping spodumene pegmatites, again very high grade rock chips, and we've just drilled that, and last month put out our first assays, and that first hole hit 18 metres at 1.46. So for 2 targets drilled, 2 targets with spodumene and high grade lithium. We've got Mount Gordon to go, we've got Mount Day to go. That's just Lake Johnston. At Bynoe, we've got over 20 targets we haven't drilled. Last year we drilled quite extensively. 7 of our targets, 3 of them have spodumene in LCT pegmatites up to 24 metres wide. And yes, still 20 odd to go, so plenty of prospectivity.
Yeah, you've got a lot of activity happening on site, but also you've got a lot of activity happening on your register now. Rio Tinto already has a stake in the company, and I believe Core Lithium has just taken a 10% stake in Charger Metals. This is clearly very much a vote of confidence in what you're working on.
That's exactly right. That's what we see it as, just really recognising the potential of both our projects, particularly Lake Johnston, where Rio Tinto is farming in, spending up to $40 million to get 75% of it. It's a real validation of the prospectivity, because Rio Tinto are looking for Rio Tinto sized deposits, right? They want something big. So that's been fantastic, and obviously the funding that comes with that deal in these sort of markets has been very welcome. And then, as you said, just on Monday morning, Core's announced that they've taken out the 9.8% of Lithium Australia, so they're very much on our register. Rio Tinto have 6% of our register. This follows Core with a non-binding indicative proposal about a month ago to try and acquire the whole of Charger Metals. So they're very interested, as you would be with that synergies between our Bynoe project and their Finniss project in the territory. But yeah, it really does show that there are a couple of bigger fish circling around, and really good validation of our potential, but it also shows that the valuations of our projects are probably higher than they are at the moment.
Certainly are. So just to bring us home today, I guess what this emphasises is that lithium may be, trudging along at 3-year lows, but you've got major mining partners, trying to take a stake in your company, or successfully taking a stake in your company, I should say.
Yeah.
That really is a vote of confidence in the overall direction of lithium going forward.
No, that's exactly right. I mean, these companies have big pockets, and they can ride out the lows, and it's always cyclic. So lithium is coming back. The fundamentals of the whole EV, whilst it is low and there's slower uptake than EVs than expected, it is still growing. So it will be back. The fundamentals haven't changed, and these guys will be ready for it.
Listen, it sounds like you've got a lot of exploration to do, and you've got a lot of great partners on board to see this project through. Thank you so much for being here today, and I can't wait to see what comes next for Charger.
Thank you very much.